Smart Love? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Did you check my vibe? Well, welcome. We are live. Welcome to Smart Love Live. It's Thursday night. We outside. I got these two beautiful ladies with me.
Hey, everybody. Good evening.
I got my girl, Keita, Dolores. I don't know, what do we call you these days? You know, because now we're grown. Do we keep our nicknames or do we grow up?
Keep your nickname.
You can call me Keita since that's what you know.
Aw, Keita. My CAU sister.
Everyone.
I got my girl Frisco from the Bay. And this is Smart Love. This is Smart Love Live. I'm super excited. We are at TST Studios and we're doing it big, okay? We ain't got outside of the computer, okay? We are in the building, okay? And this is probably, I would say this is probably like 2 or 3 years in the making. Like Smart Love actually started at TST, but we'll get into that story another time. But tonight we are going in on a very fun topic that's near and dear to my heart, which actually kind of, it's like, I'm speaking to myself when I say this, when I say, are you frustrated with dating? It's not them, it's you.
Ooh, hard truth.
So this topic, the reason why I say this is so near and dear to me is because there was a time when I was, fresh out of a marriage, just, back in these streets, and I was trying to find love in all the wrong places. Okay. And there was a point I was a serial dater. I kind of took dating as a sport. I used to have my starting five. You know what I'm saying? They was competing to be, the number one. And that, and it was just like, I would go through these periods. I just be like, dating is trash. Like dating is trash. But it wasn't dating. It was the way that I was going about it. Mm-hmm. So that's what our topic is today. For those of you that are new to Smart Love, this is a platform where we discuss all things that are going to lead to happy, healthy, whole relationships, okay? We're learning from our mistakes as well as our triumphs. We're learning from each other's, we're sharing our experiences, and we really dive deep into genuine conversations. So on Necessary, Unnecessary today, y'all talked about keeping it real.
Keep it 100.
We keeps it 100 on Smart Love, okay? Because the more transparent we are, the more we actually learn about our own issues and things that we need to fix within ourselves, the better human beings we will become. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're all about. So I'm your host. I call myself a dating guru because
come on.
I cannot.
Hey, anybody could do 40 dates in 30 nights. You got that. You
40
did that.
Dates
in 30.
Wait.
Add it up.
Did you really have 40 dates?
Hey,
in 1 month?
Do what you got to do. There was brunch dates. It was dinner dates. It was gym dates. We went to church.
Is this different people?
Sometimes it would be this. I would went on multiple dates with.
You really have 40 dates, bro, in 1 month.
In 1 month, I added it up. I was like, "Oh, you guys
I've never
take
been
a
big dater."
What?
I was
outside. How do you have the time and the energy and
it's a movie. It's a whole movie.
Are you wearing 40 different outfits? Like what is going on?
You don't have to if it's not the same person.
I listen. You write a book about it now. That's
but look,
40 days and 30 nights.
For the book is the movie, all that's coming. But real talk, like I'm forever learning from, like, I learned from each of those experiences. I learned what I liked, what I didn't like. I learned some things about myself. And it was really, a great learning experience for me. So that's why I call myself a dating guru. But I mean, I done hired dating coaches. I done read all the books. I've been to wife school.
Wait.
Like,
Did you say wife school?
I've been to wife school.
Wait.
Yes, I have been to wife school.
What is
after
wife
I got
school?
married.
Wait,
What is wife school?
wait a minute.
Is that
You hired a dating coach?
Yes.
Bro, you could have came to
Dating
me.
divinely.
You know, I could have gave you some advice.
You could have, okay.
No, I
didn't know you back
when
then.
you work in the strip club,
oh, that's where you get all your game.
baby, I can give you some advice. You work in the strip club. But I'm just saying, though, for real. But,
yeah.
wife school?
Yeah, wife school is the truth. No, wife school.
I can see that.
No, white, we need
to these schools. Some white people. It's a white people school.
No, it's not. But the thing about wife school, the things that I learned about men in life school and wife school, really, it kind of changed the whole way I think about like even dealing with men. Like it's like she taught us about the fact that men, when they feel disrespected, that's like a sign of not loving them.
Exactly.
Like our love is like, we feel love like emotionally, like physically, like disrespect for them is like the utmost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That like hurts them to their heart and like emasculating them. I just learned a lot about how to be a better wife. And this was after I got married. So this was after the divorce.
I need some more notes.
Then
this
I went
not working.
This when I went to wife school after the divorce. But anyway.
Wait. You didn't say you said you was after you were married. Meanwhile, I thought you got married and then you went to school while you were married.
No,
you got married, divorced,
then went to wife school.
Because most of the time,
do you feel like your divorce has something to do with you? Or was it mutual? Or was it him?
I feel like we were young and we had no idea what we were doing, what we were getting into. We were still growing and learning. And so all the things that we're going to talk about today, I felt like had I done all these things before I got married, I would have been in a better situation. I would have picked better. Things would have been better. So tonight's conversation, like we're going to focus on the things that as a single person, and really I say this as a single person, but really this applies to anyone, even if you're in a relationship. I think these are things you should focus on. But these are things that you could focus on that's going to make you a better person, that will ultimately make your relationship happy, healthier, more fulfilling. And Frisco's there, so I don't. She's here to let us know that we're on the right track.
I mean, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm just saying I'm very happy though.
So we're gonna go over like 5 key areas that I feel like you should focus on, such as like self-love, affirmation, acceptance, financial independence, mental and physical well-being, your health, personal growth, having your own hobbies and interests. So these are the areas that are very important for not just single people. I feel like anyone.
A relationship with anyone.
Exactly.
And just like your show, those are things that are necessary.
Right.
They're not things that you can be like, well, I mean, he can't know. These are conversations we have to have.
They have to be put
on the table in the beginning.
Yes. What's your credit score, sir? Do you have any debt?
Okay. Oh, no. What's my credit score? What is my credit score looking like while I'm
I know my credit score. Now you know your credit score. I know what I got in debt. What you got in debt? Because when we get together, now your debt is my debt, my debt is your debt. We got a lot of debt, so we need to figure out this debt situation again.
Okay.
So I'm not saying you can't have debt. You know,
right. Okay.
Perfect. But...
Okay. Well, before we get to the financial independence. Number 1, you have to love yourself. Self-love. So the thing about self-love, the reason why it's so important, I feel like I hear some feedback. So I'm gonna, where's the volume here? There we go. Okay. So the reason why self-love and acceptance is so important is you don't want to go into a relationship lacking that. Like if you don't love yourself and you don't value yourself, then you'll be willing to accept less than what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? if you are not, if you're not authentically proud of who you are and have that confidence that you can like walk into a situation where you know who you are, then you can let someone else define that for you. So let's get into that.
Okay.
Self-love.
What does it mean?
Like, what does that mean to you? Like, and how has your experiences shaped?
Self-love to me, like you said, it's always been knowing who I am. I've never moved to the beat of anybody else's drum, ever, even as a child. So I think for me, just really, like you said, knowing your purpose, knowing your vision, it brings everything to full light. Because if you walk into a situation where it's not something for you, when you know what you want, you can step into a room and like, oh, I don't need to be here, or this is not the person for me. So that's just always been exactly energy. Because people, I think like for years, people were like, oh, keep that same energy. And most of the people, like I was saying before, they don't even know what these words mean.
Right.
And it's something that's not even given or destroyed. So you literally can walk into a room and a person, those things are palpable. You can feel somebody. We've all been in a relationship when you're like, hey, what's wrong with you? And they're like, nothing. Like,
oh, I hate that. You
lying. Like, I know you have an attitude about something. But at the end of the day, like you said, knowing who you are, it makes it easy. So you don't allow people to ascribe their beliefs, their feelings, their attitudes towards you, and you can go through life a little bit easier. And for me, that's always been the main thing, to just be settled in who I am.
Love that. I love that. And what about you, Frisco? I know you love yourself, but like, what are some practices or things that you do that like helps you build that confidence and self-love?
I think from my mother. My parents always taught me, you walk with your head high. No matter what, you walk with your head high. Always be proud of yourself, no matter what. And they always taught me, being a little Black girl, even though I was more light skinned, you know what I mean? You're going to have struggles in life. So you have to keep your head high and have that confidence no matter what. My dad always taught me, you're going to get into fights. You know what I mean? You're going to have these type of issues, but no matter what, you keep your head high. So I always just kept that. Even when I walk down the street, I work with a bunch of teenagers, and they would say, Miss Faye, you walk like a boss, or you walk with your head up, or you walk like you about what's the kids like to say, standing on business. And I be looking at them like, what the fuck does that mean? Like standing on business. I just be walking, you know what I'm saying? But I've been told when I walk into a room, there's a certain type of energy I bring. And I never realized that until like the teenagers told me at work, like they pay attention to everything you do. So they would always tell me, like, you carry yourself a certain way. And I'm like, I think that's because my mother and father always drilled that into me. And then I look at my mother, she's dark skinned, and she's a very proud, beautiful, oh, I used to think my mom was so pretty when she was younger. But yeah, like she was always confident, you know what I mean? My mother don't take no mess. Even now, lady 70 years old, she'll take no mess. I'll be like, oh Lord, you done got her started, y'all. You don't know what, you know what I mean? Like but she's very much a lady. Very opposite of me. Very opposite of me. She's very classy.
But she instilled that, like the value, like you knew.
I was
you walk in the room like I'm that.
And not even just that. When I would sit down, she no, you need to straighten up your back. Parents don't do that to their kids. You know what I mean? My mom always
keep your posture.
When you walk with your back straight, your head high, you look forward. Like that's how you carry yourself. So that's just,
when you step in a room with showing people who you are, whether you believe it or not. Because those are the most things people like. Our body language is so, people don't realize that you speak even before you utter a word out of your mouth. And a lot of people don't pay attention to that. So
yeah, that's real talk. Okay, so we have a quote from Dr. Brene Brown. I love Dr. Brene Brown.
I love her.
She says, because true belonging only happens when we present our authentic, imperfect selves to the world. Our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. So you have to accept yourself. People who are comfortable with themselves are more likely to attract partners who are equally comfortable with who they are. So self-acceptance reduces dependency, because you're not dependent on this other person to give you love. You have it from within. That makes a relationship more well balanced and healthy. So that's why that is very, very important. Okay, number 2. Now let's get into these finances.
Okay.
Now
Here we go.
get into these finances.
Here we go, baby. Going down the road, baby.
You should be focusing on your own financial independence. You should not have to be seeking a relationship to have the life that you want, the things that you want, go the places that you want. You should not stay in an unhealthy relationship because it provides the things that you want, and you can buy the things that you want, and you got some help. Build it on your own. That way, whatever relationship you get into, it's authentic because it's not a financial need. Okay. So building your financial independence is going to bring a sense of empowerment. It's going to provide security, and that's going to take that pressure off of the relationship.
I agree.
Because things can change too. They definitely can change. I mean, because no matter if you come into a relationship, you having your own, they have their own. Let's just say sickness. Anything can change the trajectory of your relationship. So you still have to be able to have your own backbone. Let's just say he can't work or you can't work. You still have to be, especially if you're going into a relationship like that, you got to be able to maintain that finance.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to, because life is coming at you whether you know it or not.
It is. And I remember, like, there was a point in my marriage, and I feel like I thought I was financially independent. I thought I could do what I wanted to do. But there was a time where I was laid off from my job. And my husband at the time, he always like made more money. You know, he was in the streets.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So he moved a little different.
Right.
I was on the W-2. He was on ain't no 99. Ain't no 1099. Ain't no 99. We just out here. But I remember like just going through things in our relationship, and I was just like, I felt like I couldn't leave. Like I physically could not leave. Where I'm gonna go? And like I literally had this conversation with myself. I was like, look, I could either leave or I can get me a boyfriend.
Lord jeez, I know, but we know which one you picked, obviously.
No.
Clearly, which one you pick? Smart love. Which one you pick? Who even gives? Those are not options.
That was my option.
No, you either leave or get a boyfriend. So you gonna stay with the boyfriend and have another boyfriend so you can afford to leave that boyfriend.
I was young.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't that you.
But going back to the financial independence, once I got out of that situation, like that was like I was like heads down. My goal. Because I have a degree, right? It's crying time.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? I got a degree. I got all these skills. I got all this know-how. Like, me and my kids will be straight regardless. And that has been like my driving goal ever since. Like, I never want to be financially dependent on a man where I feel like I got to stay in a situation where I'm unhappy because the house in my name, but he paying the mortgage, and my car, no, you know what I'm saying?
No, baby, couldn't be me.
For us, we didn't even, and just being so mature now and doing the research and having the experience, and like you say, reading books like Brene Brown, I didn't even go to the table asking him, okay, well, what are we going to do with the finances? Who's going to pay this? Who's going to take care of this? And then to come into a relationship where he was like, everything is 50. And don't get me wrong, it's cool if we discuss that, but we just kind of went in as girlfriends, and it was like girlfriend and boyfriend, and then you asked me to marry you. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in love, but
you
not being mature enough to have like, okay, what happens if this? And then what really became a problem is that, again, we're paying 50-50. So then you move someone else in the home with us, a grown man who you're trying to help out, but I'm still supposed to pay.
Child, let me take another sip of wine.
I'm like, wait, wait a minute. Okay, so I really had to go to the Lord Jesus on that one. I really did, because I'm like, look, Lord, okay. And
He moved a third party in,
Child,
and they wasn't paying a third of the bill.
Wait, and didn't talk to you about this?
No,
we take another sip of wine.
We had the conversation, but that was the immaturity and the unawareness of me knowing, because you think when you have a partner, you guys are making decisions, everything's gonna be okay. But then, and I'm like, now wait a minute, I gotta give you 50 when he's not giving.
Oh hell no!
And I'm cooking and cleaning the house and everything. So that finances was one of the things that really
that will tear a relationship
people
apart.
don't realize finances are a major step that can make or break your relationship.
Sure will.
Yeah,
they say
exactly.
it's like what 60% of relationships or something like that in because of finances, because people don't talk about them. And we have to talk about
we
them.
have to talk about it. We're gonna talk about this up front.
What?
Exactly.
Up front. Like,
Listen.
okay, so like how is this gonna go?
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with like keeping my own home even once I get married.
Whoa, wait!
Like I mean,
married. God damn, what you plan on leaving in 10 years?
No.
So like, are you gonna be staying at your own home?
I mean, it's there if we need it.
So
you can go
you're
stay
renting
there
it out.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be rented out, Airbnb, but like, no, I'm not giving up
Oh, yeah,
all of mine. We are going to
me.
build together,
Yes.
but whatever you had, keep that going. Let's add that to the pot.
You really
Whatever I
keep
had,
your own house?
yeah, keep it. There's too many times women will sell. Okay, I'm gonna sell.
And I've seen it,
and then it don't work out.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Why not keep your
I was
house?
just
Why
saying
would you
that
sell
the other
your
day.
house?
I would
No. Right. So I'm asking. So the kids,
Am I gonna live there?
Right. The kids aren't born yet. So let's. Who's staying?
Oh,
in this
I'm
house?
having no more kids. What do you mean?
No. So okay, let's say you get married. 25. You got a house. Okay, 30. Let's say 30. You got a house.
Okay, let's get some sense first.
Well, I mean,
25 too early.
No, it depends if you popping that thing, man. You might have that house 25.
No, I'm talking about to get married.
Okay, let's say
25 too early.
You're 35.
35.
Okay.
There we go.
35.
Okay.
Y'all just got married.
Okay.
When I got married.
See?
Yeah, we got that's too early. He wasn't ready. We was ready. I was a good one.
Women are always gonna be ready. We're so 35, y'all get married. You come into a relationship with a house. He come in a relationship because y'all don't have your own house.
Okay.
Where do we go from here? We don't have no kids yet. We just got married. So are we going to sell our houses, or are we going to rent them out and keep them and pass them down? Or this is something we're going to be paying on continuously, another bill, and you see what I'm saying? And then
let's talk about
when our kids get 18, oh yeah, they can move into the house.
Let's talk about it as a couple. Let's talk about it as a couple. What makes more sense? Do we want to live in either one of these houses?
Right.
Like, okay, well, I'm not selling my house. So if
So
if
you
I'm
keep
moving,
paying on it?
no, if I'm going to move into your house, then yes, let's rent it out. This is now rental property,
Now that makes sense.
but it's still mine.
Yes. But see, I get now
I'm not
that
putting your name on it.
right. No, see that makes
Can you
sense.
put my name on this one though?
Well, if we living together,
because
we're living
if I
together.
put
This
it
is
on
our
this,
house.
our
You're damn right.
That's mine.
Because when you want to start acting a fool, nigga, you're not gonna be like, get out of my
right.
house. No,
Guess where I'm going?
House.
Guess where I'm going? My house.
Oh, these damn in there.
It is nothing like having your own. It's really nothing like having your own.
I mean, because it's kind of like when you think of a car. I mean, that's a little different, but.
But yeah, that has to be a conversation.
It does.
If both of you come in, both investing into the property, building into the property, I think the best thing would be to come to the table and say, okay, which house are we going to live in?
Right.
Or are we going to get another home and rent both of these out? Because I still, even if we're building and you're in a healthy, we have the same values and goals, we need both of these properties to build. And then let's go get another one. So those properties still will stay in the building.
Indeed.
Yep.
And we'll work it out that way. But if he's like, oh no, you have to leave your house and sell your, this is not going to work out.
Well, I mean,
that's a deal breaker.
And you
I'm like, I'll rent my house out.
I'll rent my house out.
Right, but I'm gonna keep my house that I bought and worked
hard
for.
Exactly.
Because now we're getting into knowing flags, control issues.
There we go. There we go. Okay, my boy Tony Robbins says.
What Tony Robbins wants?
Financial independence is about freedom.
Yep.
Not just from debt. but also from unhealthy relationships.
Yes.
It gives you the power to say no
And leave when you want.
when you need to, and yes, where you want
Yes.
to.
Yep.
Because I have
Period.
walked people to the door and be like, sir, and they're looking like, what are you doing? You need to leave. And I'm serious. I don't need to say anything else because what you just said out of your mouth, we're not doing that, not in this building that I paid for. And it's not even about,
Ooh,
and I have
boss.
to,
Says that I pay.
and I have to keep, because sometimes we can be so independent as women. It's not just about I have my own and all that. It's just that if we're going to build together, we're going to have the conversations as independent, having independent homes, and you're going to respect me in my home, and I'll do the same for you. But if you think you're going to come into my home and disrespect me,
Right.
I don't even have to explain to you why you're coming to the door.
Right.
I literally have done that before. Like we got into an argument, and I was just like, "Come here." He's looking like what? And I open the door, and I'm like, "You gotta go." I don't have time for
The
foolishness.
power in that.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm not dating that child.
Okay, all right, move it on. Okay, number three, we need to focus on our mental and physical health
course.
and
That's the main
well-being.
thing.
Therapy.
Therapy.
Always.
There's some healing that needs to happen from past traumas, childhood, past relationships. Just there's always something like mentally that you can work on that you need to as an individual focus on, for you worried about what everybody else is doing. Your physical health, like being healthy,
You
like
get your
what you
checkups.
do to your body now, like this is the body that you're going to have 10 years from
Yep.
now. The way you're eating,
Mhm.
taking care of yourself, that's very important. And oftentimes you might get in a relationship, you might get comfortable. You like, baby, I like you the way you are.
Shit,
Right.
me, no, we
What
ain't gonna
you
get that
mean you on a
comfortable, baby.
diet? You don't need to be
Look,
on no diet.
No, but
Yeah.
you know why people do that also? Because they think if she let herself or he or she let themselves go a little bit,
Ain't nobody else gonna
ain't
want
nobody else gonna want that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that.
Anybody who loves you and cares for you, who has those same values as you, it's like, okay, baby, all right, we're going to work out today. What are we
Yep.
eating today? You just have the same goals.
Mhm.
Again, when you get into people like, oh, you can just let yourself go. We're getting into control. We're getting into manipulation. We're getting into
Insecurity.
and you have to
jealousy.
be aware of those things. when
Right.
you're in a
Red
relationship
flags.
with people.
Right, exactly. And but the thing is, like, this whole focus is like, forget what they're talking about. This is for you. This is something that you're doing for you. This is taking care of your mental health and your well-being. That's for you. It's not for nobody else.
Yep.
And like, this is the time to do that. When you single,
Oh, please,
go
please
go
tell
in
it.
the gym. Go to the
That's the best.
And especially
time.
if you want a man with a six-pack, ladies,
Go to the gym.
where's yours?
Go to.
Because guess what the man with the six-pack? Wow.
And sometimes I be confused. Like, damn, he got a six pack. Why he don't want a girl with a six pack?
Well, see, that's a whole
That's
nother.
a whole
That's
comparison.
a whole nother.
because you
But
can't
and then
get
that's
into
a whole
the
nother
comparison.
conversation.
No, I know,
Because
but
those type of men they use their bodies to get insecure women to take care of them.
child,
We ain't talking about them.
child.
But you attract what you are.
That's true.
So like, don't be
Energy.
the best
And
person
I
you want to
had
be.
to learn that the hard way too, because even still, like you said, being responsible for whether it's divorce or break or whatever, it's not just solely on them.
Mhm.
Even with, I was like, God, why did I stay in this relationship so long? Why did I stay in this relationship so
It
long?
happens.
And then I realized that I'm like, Lord, you didn't love yourself as much as the amount of energy that you put into that marriage, into that person, you weren't putting that into yourself. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that makes so much sense. So that gave him the ability to think he can do what he wanted to do, and say what he wanted to say. Because even though I couldn't see it, he still could see that I wasn't loving myself, because he knew that he was doing wrong. And it was like, okay, so you see me doing wrong and you're going to stay here. So I had to check you have to really sit down and check yourself and be still and assess your values.
Yeah.
What do you want? Your mental state, most of all, because that's where it begins.
Yeah.
What you think about yourself. So
Depression is.
Look,
depression ain't no joke. I had a relationship like that
Man.
it stressed me out so bad. I lost weight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it was
Look.
I attracted somebody who I thought was Mr. Perfect for me. Child, he was the damn devil. Did everything you could, like, I mean, it went as far as I was just so blinded. You know what I mean? And it took almost 2 years, which is that's a long time when you think about it, of dealing with bullshit.
Yeah.
2 years. Oh no.
Yeah.
2 years. That was
But
the
you know
longest I dealt with
what's
bullshit.
crazy is like we will put up with shit like bullshit with somebody that like either they're meeting like we're physically attracted to them. Like it's something like you said, you thought whatever he presented to you, he was perfect for you.
Perfect for you, right.
But so we'll like throw out all our rules. We're like, we be like,
I'm like, child, we'll work around those. We'll work around those rough edges.
He got potential.
Child. So happy I didn't have no children with that man, girl. I died a serious bullet.
So glad I didn't have children.
Right, but let a man like not meet like what we want physically or like have the money or whatever. Oh, we can dog him. He got to follow all the rules. Oh, no, you ain't call me. You ain't let it ring 3 times before.
Oh my God. Oh my.
But this fool right here, you giving him everything.
Right.
You know, it's like, what in the hell is wrong with me? Okay, like what's going on? But that's the beauty of awareness.
Yeah.
And you have to get into, once you become aware of something, then you can't let them best friends shame and guilt get to you, because they will eat you alive.
Just don't tell them.
They coming for you.
Just don't tell them. Just don't tell them. Like, don't worry about it.
So you just have to be conscious of just being who you are, knowing. And I think a lot of times, just even in my marriage, I really didn't know who I was and what I wanted. Because when you set goals, when you know what you want, and when something comes into your space, you're like, I don't even have to entertain you. I don't even, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't have to go on a second date with you.
Right.
I don't even have to say you. I don't have to get your phone call.
I don't
you know.
I can block you. I mean.
And it's no hard feelings. So it's just that you really got to know what you want. And it makes life so much easier, because even when you know what you want, there's still going to be things out of your control. So the best thing is knowing what you want, trying to keep the things that you can control in your perimeter. And I think it just makes for a better and successful, more healthy life as an individual before you step into a relationship.
Exactly. That's it. That's smart love right there. So the next one is hobbies, having your own personal hobbies and interests. That is so important. Like, what is it that you like to do?
Right.
What do you know what I'm saying? What are you interested in? What are your passions? What are things that you as an individual want to accomplish and just enjoy doing? Like for me, like I love to dance. I love traveling. I remember during my single days, I was like, during my single days, back
in my single days.
When I first got back outside, I was like, I had took up golfing. And first I did it because I was like, oh, that's a good way to be good man. But I enjoy it.
I cannot with you.
Golfing.
You think of golfing to meet men? She up there talking about,
I joined the golf league.
My swing, please.
No, it was about being on the golf course with men, because it's not a lot of women, so it's not like competition. Get out there.
There's a whole lot of
women, and
they got money.
Exactly, because you gotta have money to golf.
Yes.
Put on your little skirt.
It's a lot of business deals done on that golf.
That's what
that show is a whole lot of business.
But I actually fell in love with it. Like I enjoy golf. I like being out there, especially when you actually playing around.
You smoking a cigar too?
You could drink. Oh yeah, I go to the cigar lounge.
The air. I mean, you don't realize how much. Like I said, I've always been a homebody, so it wasn't too. I got out of bad relationships where I'm just like, Dolores,
get outside.
Go outside. You
go
know what
meet
I'm saying?
some people.
See what the world is about. And I'm like, okay, I love going to restaurants by myself, shopping by myself.
I'll go shopping by myself.
I'll just go.
I'll go eat by myself.
Get in the car just to ride and take a for 2-hour drive just to listen to my Audible books.
Oh, I love Audible books.
I used to do that when I said traffic. Gonna be home from work.
That's out.
Oh
Man,
my
I ain't got so
God.
much knowledge in
Child,
traffic.
I done listened to
That's all.
so many
Audible
books.
is the shit.
Yes,
Okay?
it is. Whoever came up with that was a genius.
Exactly.
I tell you, I listened to so many books on Audible,
As
child.
much as I love a good book in my hand, it's nothing like being able to rewind. It's like, oh,
Wait, hold on. What did I just say? Wait a minute. Rewind. Pause. Take some notes.
Do you understand?
Bookmark it. Yeah, girl.
Exactly.
I love it. Gotta renew my feet. Hold on.
Literally.
And I found that I love
Audible books.
being single. I found, look, I ain't never been stupid now, but at school, I couldn't understand why we had to get up so early to go to school. I just couldn't. So, I mean, I didn't put as much effort as I should have in school, but now I love reading. If I have a curiosity about something, I will go to the ends of the earth to try to find out everything about it, so that I understand it. When I'm in a room, I can have conversations, because that's how you build real conversations.
Yes.
I mean, build relationships and stuff like that. So I love reading now. Have me a glass of wine. I don't necessarily have to go out. I did so much clubbing and stuff when I was young, like in my when I shouldn't probably been doing it. Is that when I got to college?
No, that's the best time to do it when you're not supposed to do it.
We was lit.
I'm still lit, baby. I'm still outside.
My kids will tell you, they be like,
don't.
my mom reliving her 20s. Yes, because I was married and settled down. Like, yeah, I'm outside. Like,
My kids is just little and I'm just outside.
I don't have kids. I've never really had the desire to
stay at home with that.
Why do people think it's something wrong with you if you don't have kids? I don't know.
That's for a whole nother show.
That is
that's a whole
as a single, they're like, okay, so you look nice. You're 45. You don't have kids. Something wrong with you.
Damn, you don't have
same thing if you're single. Like, there's like a stigmatism about being single.
Everybody is single now.
But you got this going on. You look good. Why are you single?
Why are you single? Exactly. Ask him, why are you single?
Because I'm selective.
A lot of people who are married who are not happy.
Right. So is that? Do you ask them, why are you staying in an unhappy relationship? We don't want to start asking them.
I had to learn to keep.
Nigga, why are you still
Why are you so unhappy?
Why is that okay? People business, because I'm just like, the Lord, that is not your business.
You know, one reason why people in married relationships aren't happy, they don't have enough sex.
Ooh,
that's one of the baby, because if you have enough sex.
It's important.
No, sex is very.
It's very important.
It's very important.
Right.
Because think about it. When you stop having sex, men have needs. Period. They have more needs than we do.
So women are
and
women are really. We'll start working.
Our sex drive goes up too, though.
Cooking, taking care of kids. You be like, nigga, I'm tired. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But men have needs. Realistically, they do. They do. That's just in there. It is a fact.
I learned that from two pastors teaching that to me.
Men have needs, and if they're not met, it causes a lot of aggression to be built up.
Right. I mean? And we kind of use that, like, that's because our needs.
You ain't getting no puss.
Right, because our
you ain't getting no. You sleeping on the couch.
But it's like, and it will start with like some of our needs not being met, right? And so then like that's their punishment, and then like it just causes
instead of just having a conversation,
communication.
Women don't like to talk about.
People aren't comfortable with these things, but you know why?
It's about emotional intelligence.
I mean, they're in relationships. They don't have orgasms. I'm like, how you?
Baby, honey.
My mother, you would have to know my mother. She was so classy, but she was from the streets. She's like, so you gonna let somebody jump up and down? You let somebody jump up and down, and you're not enjoying the act.
But you know why? Because they get to go out to their friends and say, "I'm married." You see what I'm saying? They may not.
So they don't get questioned.
People look at marriage as like this trophy thing. Like,
you have to have been there.
You're so special because you're married.
It all is fucking cracked up. If it's not with the right person.
Exactly.
If it's not with the right person, and even when you are with the right person, it's still a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Like the wedding is just the kickoff.
Man, fuck the wedding.
The wedding is the kickoff party for the real shit.
I don't understand why people don't. Like
That
I
ain't-
think it just depends.
Y'all
on
can have that
individuals.
actually.
Because man, I'm trying to tell you,
The
listen.
sex is supposed to be the best part of marriage.
Give me a real motherfucker. I know we ain't got to go nowhere.
listen.
See, just I was
Listen.
trying the paper right.
Listen, we only married a little over a year. And last year, that wedding, listen, I wanted simple.
Out.
No, I wanted simple. Small,
Well, had a wedding.
simple, child, then my homegirls and sisters and cousins. Oh no, bitch, you about to have 10 bridesmaids. No, we
They were
doing
paying
this.
for it.
I was paying for it.
Oh.
But realistically, my wedding got bigger and bigger, and I was like, oh God,
Right. I just want a good man.
I just want to be on the beach, and I do, and kiss and go home. But it got bigger. It was beautiful. It was perfect. I couldn't complain. We were almost 2 hours late to the wedding. You know, it was. Don't ask me how. I was an hour late. My husband was an hour and a half. I got there. Said, where is this?
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.
So-
yeah. So.
Oh, we already growing.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Well,
So,
that's
all right,
my-
number 5. This is, to me, this makes up all of them, and this is the most important. You got to focus on personal growth.
Mm.
Okay. So, ongoing personal growth and development. This should, we all to be thriving to grow throughout our lives. I don't care if you're in a relationship, in between a relationship, out of a relationship. But oftentimes, like we, especially as women, we will put so much into that relationship that we forget about
Yourself.
ourselves.
Yes.
And what you forget is like whoever you were before you got into this relationship, that's what that man
Fell in love with. Yep.
with.
Yep.
And so then you get into a relationship and you stunt your growth because you're so focused on everything other than yourself. No, absolutely not. Personal growth, continue to grow.
Yes.
And I feel like being on that path, especially single woman to single woman, being on that path, whatever journey God has set for you, whatever you're supposed to be doing, the man that you're supposed to meet is going to meet you on that path and on that journey.
Yes.
The one that takes you away from it, he was not sent
That's right.
by him.
You'll be able to recognize that on the first date.
You sure will.
If you've had enough growth and development and assess your needs, what you want, you can tell in the beginning, this is
This ain't it.
This is not
This
right.
ain't
It was so nice meeting you.
It was.
That's how that goes.
You are so.
Like for real. I really
It was
don't
really
have
nice
time.
meeting you.
So, in conclusion, it's all about you.
Mhm.
Work on yourself. You can't worry about anybody else. You can't be like, oh, the dating pool is trash, and somebody peed in the dating pool. Are you?
Damn,
Did you
not peed in
pee?
the-
Did
not
you
peed in-
pee in the dating
Damn,
pool?
someone peed in the
Did
dating
you
pool?
work on yourself?
I can't.
Are you happy, healthy, whole, and healed? Because you in this dating pool too that you talking about is so trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like focus on you, and whoever, like I said, whoever you're supposed to meet, whoever's supposed to come into your life, that relationship will come when it's supposed to come. But you can thrive, you can live a happy, healthy,
Yes.
loving
Travel.
You
Yes.
surround yourself with people who uplift you, who help you grow.
Yo,
who
man might be in
inspire you,
another
who
country,
support
baby.
you.
He may not even be here in America. He might be somewhere else in
What is
Zimbabwe.
you doing? Why is your passport expired? What-
Child,
Do
better get
you
some
not
stamps.
have an exit strategy? Like, did you not know that Trump was going to get elected?
Oh,
And
get us
you
started.
need to get the fuck up out of here. What are you doing? You worried about what's going on in Atlanta? You might need to be in Ghana.
No, I'm trying to tell you. Get you dual citizenship with your
Get
new
you
husband in
dual-
Ghana.
What did
You
you
know they're about to
doing?
do
Have you seen them men in Ghana?
Let's go.
You seen them men in Ghana? Girl, if I wasn't married, child.
If I can leave you guys with anything as far as being single, I would say get healed from your traumas. Please do.
Please.
And
Everybody.
understanding
Men and
understanding
women.
the definition of trust, because there's levels to trust.
Yes.
And we will say that, okay, I can't trust people. And you have a negative view of what trust is. So you have people coming into relationships and now it costs them so much because you're bringing in the baggage from other people and they're just there to love you, to be with you, and you don't even trust them because you're thinking about past relationships, and
Oh, that
that
used to
keeps
be me.
so many of us from being happy and to actually getting to the married place. So
Yep. Okay. Before we close out, I see we got some people in the comments. Hey, niece. Okay. So Kiki says purpose over people. When you get in your purpose, the right people that fit into
Come
that
on.
purpose will find you.
Amen.
Come
Facts.
on with it. You better preach. Y'all need two men and in what he say?
Y'all need two men to add.
Input.
No, we don't need no more men to add no more damn input.
Y'all can come next show. Next
Right.
show we're gonna bring the men. Next show we're gonna bring the men. But no, I want to thank Keita
Thank
so
you for
much
having
for
me.
coming out. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, our married inspiration goals, Frisco, hey, for bringing us that insight on the inside in. She on the inside looking out like
I got
y'all.
you,
You
bro.
can
I
get
got
you a
you.
good man. Just hold on.
Take care of you.
And thank you for everyone in the comments. Thank you for joining us. And this was Smart Love. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at Smart Love Inc. Make sure you follow Keita at
Spitless of the Cook.
Frisco at
Frisco _DA _kid.
Hey. And we're out.
Bye.
Bye.
More wine.
Bye. We need more
Thanks for that.
wine.
I enjoyed that.
Oh,